You are listening to the Cigar Noise Boys. You may very well be well bred, lots of etiquette in your head, but there's always some special case, time or place to forget etiquette.
Is that a poem or a song?
The song.
I don't know.
It's
Imagine
never smile at a
Dragons.
crocodile, baby.
Yeah, it is. Happy Pirate Month.
You looked up
Arr.
pirate song.
Ahoy, boys. Happy Pirate Month.
It's halfway over already.
It's not. It's getting there. I know. We missed a few episodes.
Happy belated
Yeah, you
birthday,
got back
Mr.
to-
Dom.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks.
34 now.
31.
Well, you look like you're 41.
Why are you trying to? I shaved. I'm like clean shaven. I look
No,
young.
you still got some white stuff on the side here.
Oh,
Is that the mustache?
You got. I don't know. You got some like middle school acne going on.
I know.
What's up?
Don't look at the acne. Look at the mustache, fucker.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cigar
I
Noise
do have
Boys.
some. I have one.
Back podcasting. Hey, Sons of Smoke podcasted again. Sorry, they podcast again.
Ooh.
Past tense, podcast, not podcasted. That was cool.
Yeah. It was good to hear the boys back on the airwaves.
Real
Everybody's
quick,
having kids now.
want to shout out our sponsor. El Dandy Cubano would like to remind you that real men love to have Moe's patina in their mouth. Be a real man, smoke patina. How was that for an ad read? Happy Pirate Month.
That was dope.
Thanks, El Dandy.
That was beautiful.
Thank you, El Dandy, the goat.
I actually swung by his shop today and grabbed me a patina Oro de Nicaragua Lancero.
Ooh.
Did they have the other sizes or just Lancero?
They just had Lancero. I would have picked up more of the other sizes too, but yeah, it's making this Herful pretty happy right now.
Nice.
Oh, you're smoking it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Live. So
Way to bury the lead.
Mo said that it was very strong. The Lancero specifically. Are you saying medium, medium plus, or full strength? What are you feeling?
Medium plus
Okay.
for me on the Lancero size. But I just started it, so I don't know. That might be the one puff review.
Where are you smoking at?
I'm in my car. I was in my backyard, and
Oh.
then my 6-year-old daughter kept coming up and talking to me, and so I'm like, "All right, Daddy's gonna go hide in his car."
What do you think about
what are
cigar,
your
cigar reviewers putting where they smoke the cigar for the review?
I feel
Any
like that's
thoughts?
important context sometimes. It
Mhm.
could be.
I agree, but also when I see it, it feels pretentious.
Yeah.
Like, I smoked this in 68-degree weather on my back porch.
I don't see anything about that being pretentious. Now, if it said something like I was smoking at the Taj Mahal or the 16th Chapel or some fancy place, like, yeah, but if you're saying you're inside, that's the thing. Like, me and Mukau would always debate because he would do his reviews outside, and I'm like, I don't think you can get an accurate
Reading.
reading of a cigar. I mean, I get it being inside, and if there's 20 other mofos smoking, that's not the good ideal environment either. But I just don't. I'm not an outside smoker. It feels so different to me. I'm a lounge smoker or truck or vehicle. Call me a weirdo.
So this is kind of a long-winded story, but I recently threw my iPhone in the toilet
Oh
and
no.
Okay.
had to go get a new one, and took a
Mhm.
while, and ended up doing a demo of the Apple Vision Pro while I was in there.
Oh,
And the idea of smoking a cigar on the beach is cool until you have sand coming into your mouth constantly.
It's everywhere.
or
So
the
what I
wind,
want
the wind.
is just the lounge experience with that solo mode nobody can talk to you, relaxation, beach pulled up. Sounds pretty nice.
Yeah, that sounds pretty dope.
The Lounge Experience podcast, not a sponsor.
The lounge experience. The
Not a,
how much are those? $4,000?
yeah, after tax, I think they're like 3,800.
Are you?
Yeah. I will not be purchasing one.
You'll be purchasing two. One for you, one for Kelly. What are your days off now, Brandon? Oh, go on.
Sunday, Monday.
Oh,
But one of the things I didn't know about that stupid Apple Vision Pro is each one is like fitted to your face, and you have to buy a special attachment to like make it fit to your face properly. And each additional attachment's like $200. So you can't just like buy one and share it with your family. You have to buy one and buy the thing that fits it to your face for each person that's going to wear it.
They thought of it all.
Yeah, they know how to make money, I guess.
One size fits you.
Yeah.
Was it weird masturbating in an Apple store?
It was actually, it felt very, like, it felt right.
Natural? The thrill? Was there a thrill to it?
Yeah.
I got a story. I don't know if I should tell her or not. I guess I had to give a sample of my swimmers. And it's a bizarre experience. And so you have 30 minutes after you finished to turn the cup into the doctor. The problem is I live 20 minutes away from the doctor. So I have to do the deed at the hospital in a room and in a bathroom. And it's uncomfortable. I mean, it's like, and they told me I could take it home, but I'm like, I read the instruction that said it's got to be back within 30 minutes, you know. So I'm in the bathroom.
I don't want to get personal here, but are you vaxxed or unvaxxed?
I'm vaxxed.
Okay, so your stuff's not worth much. It's fine.
Okay.
Apparently, they pay top dollar for they pay top dollar for that unvaxxed seed.
Well,
that unvaxxed milk.
What about the parking lot? Was that
baby
not an
batter?
option?
Well, it's an option, but then you might be arrested. But anyways, dude. So you have your phone. You got your phone, toilet seat, and that's it. I mean, it's not conducive for cranking one out.
Do you still pull up the private browser, or does it feel like you're like, I'm good on this one? I could let this one be in my regular search history.
Well, yeah, I mean, you just edit your search and then throw in a couple of ghost browsers. You know, you type in half wheel, small batch. You know, kind of get the ESPN. You kind of have 3 generic browsers open at any time. But fuck. So anyway, so yeah, it's just not a good conducive to crank one out. But after a while, and I didn't have my headphones, so it's volume off, and the volume really adds something to it. Yeah, after a while, the nurse knocks on the door and she's like, hey, Tyler, you can take that home with you if you want, you know. And I had just like filled the cup up like 2 minutes earlier. I'm like, no, I'm good, I'm done, you know. Yeah, and then
how big is the cup?
Yeah. It's like a gallon of milk.
Oh.
Yeah, so no, I'm just saying it's a weird thing, and
Got some
next time
here.
I'm gonna rent a hotel room near the hospital so I can get comfortable. But yeah, so I had to give a sample of me to the doctor. Also this was in Milwaukee. Also in Milwaukee, I got food poisoning, and it fucking sucked. I got food poisoning Sunday, the day before I left. I went out for brunch with my mom and Elisa, and we were meeting Alex, friend of the podcast, and his wife Kristen, at a steakhouse at like 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock, or some shit. So we had the smallest, tiniest brunch. We shared a little plate, and then like immediately my gut felt like I ate a Thanksgiving meal. Like it was sitting heavy, and I had like 1.5 pancakes and a couple of pieces of like hash brown, and we both barely ate because we had that steak dinner. and it's just sitting heavy all day. We go to dinner. I'm in and out of the bathroom. We're at this nice steakhouse. I'm in and out of the bathroom. Lisa's got I'm a zombie mode at this point. I'm shivering. I'm cold. I'm not talking. And then we get back to my apartment. My flight left at 5 a.m. the next day, so we had to get up at. We had to get up. It left at 5:45. We had to get up at 3 a.m. We had to be at the airport by 4 a.m. Or we had to leave for the airport at 4 a.m. I try going to bed. I'm so cold I can't fall asleep. I finally fall asleep. I wake up and I puke. Go back to bed. Wake up, puke, and then I'm like, well, I'm not. I just, I'm not going back to bed. Before we left, I puked again, and then we went to Denver, and went Milwaukee, Denver, Austin, Denver. Right, we're about to land. I puke and I shart on the plane. Luckily, I had spare underwear and spare pants, and I cleaned up in the. And then not only that, I had to go to the bathroom in Denver, and there are no stalls open. There was a 10-minute wait to get to the stall. After I'm done cleaning up and everything, and I throw away my pantalones and underwear, bar boxers. I had a puke bag on me too. I throw all that shit away. After that, I went and got a Gatorade, and then I laid down, and then I lost my wallet. I lost my wallet in Denver, so I didn't have my wallet for 3 days or 4 days. They found it in Denver, and then shipped it back to me. But it was hell, man. I didn't. It was hell. Food poisoning's the worst, especially when you're flying and traveling. And my mom's like, "You want me to switch your flight to the next day or a later flight?" I'm like, "No, I just gotta thug it out." And it sucked, man. It sucked. I hate food poisoning.
So
but
to
what
summarize
are you
your
gonna do
trip,
about it?
your trip to Milwaukee, you tugged it out and then thugged it out.
Thug. Yeah,
Tug and thug.
it's been a weird time, really weird time. So Dom, you're back to work now.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing. That was very brave of
Uh,
you.
no, I mean sharts happen and food poisoning happens and
I'm still talking about the man milk, but yeah.
oh, that part. I mean, well, it's for medical reasons why I had to crank one out, but so yeah.
Yeah, I'm back at work. Not back at the lounge. So talked to the manager. I worked one shift and he said it'd be fine if I just still operate as a filler. So if somebody needs a shift filled, I can fill that gap. And then summer, once that hits, I won't be teaching, so I can pick up some shifts again.
Okay.
That's the plan. So still no
Um,
cigar money, but that's okay because I don't have time to smoke cigars.
yeah. 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 No. Um. Yeah. I had a no call no show at Havana House. So uh basically I work 1 day a week there, and I had the Milwaukee trip, and then I have Vegas coming up, and it was a change of the month. So I worked. I worked March 1st. It was a Friday, I think. So I'm like, oh, that's my 1 day that week. Well, they scheduled me on Wednesday, the 29th or something. No, 30th, 28th February. And then Jim calls me and he's like, hey, you're forgetting something? I'm like, what? He's like, you work tonight. I'm like, fuck. So I haul ass all the way and I work, and I felt horrible. But it was just like, you know, it was just a lot of stuff went wrong. I was still recovering from the food poisoning, so I wasn't thinking. And also, it was a new month, and it was my second. It was I had 2 shifts that week, which I don't do 2 shifts in a week, but because of the month and whatever, it just worked out where I had 2 shifts in 1 week. So yeah, I felt bad, but yeah, it happens, and but yeah, that's been going good. I actually really, really like it. I love um I love cleaning I love organizing. I love talking about cigars and um it's kind of cool. Like, man, you just talk to people and they tip you good money. One guy tipped me like $8. I just told him about some cigars he had bought. He bought the Stillwell from Saka, and I'm just telling him about it. And I look, and he tipped me $8. Now I don't know how the tips are figured out. I don't know if you're working that shift, if you get all the tips, or if they all the tips for the whole month, they split it out by how many hours you work. I don't know, but I haven't gotten that. I get that check. We got paid last week. I haven't been to the shop since. I work on St. Patty's Day on Sunday, the next shift, but it's pretty cool. I mean, people are generous, you know. Um, and then I see that we got Habana House is getting the Cro-Magnon timeline, so I got to snag a bundle there. But yeah, it's going well. It's weird not being able to like order shit and stuff, but I'm fine. You know, I don't want to order anything. I just want to do my shift and talk to people and you know, smoke new stuff. That's what I miss about not working the shop is smoking the new stuff. Like I'm always jealous when I see Brandon smoking the latest and greatest, you know, and then I'm, you know, it's weird that I'm still like that what's new phase of my life, but it's just exciting. But I'm really digging it. And Jim, I like Jim a lot. Jim is I think this is a good learning opportunity. They're opening up a third shop, and so I might be working there. I don't know which one I'm gonna be working at, but that's even farther, so I don't think so. I'm working at the one right by Roma Craft. But they got a good team there, and I've been selling a lot of Roma Crafts. So I like it.
The new Cro-Magnon. First of all, for you and Brandon, you've heard people say Cro-Magnon, yes?
Yeah, I've heard people say
I
that.
probably have said it too. I had to look it up in the dictionary to see which way was correct. Cro-Magnon is correct. Cro-Magnon is like an American mispronunciation that's caught on. But there's an alternate third pronunciation. Do you know what it is?
No.
Well, it's
Cro-Magnon.
No. Because it's French, the G falls off. It's just Cro-Magnon. Yeah.
Curmudgeon.
Cro-Magnon. Man.
Yeah, I haven't. So, one of the guys, there's a group chat at the Habana House. And one of the guys is like, "Hey, Tyler, did you smoke the new timeline?" And I haven't. I smoked it in May of last year. Humble brag. No, I'm just kidding. And I smoked. Skip had two blends, and me, Alex, and Skip, we smoked both of them kind of together and see which one we like better. And I've been smoking. I've had some of like the Knuckle Dragger, new Pro Mag, but yeah, I'm excited, man. I hope yeah, I'm excited. I got to get the Habana House right when I get back and make sure I secure a bundle. It's still weird because I don't feel comfortable like saying, "Hey guys, can you put a bundle aside for me?" But I mean, I'll buy it when I get in there next. But like I have two of the My Father Tatuaje on hold. I already bought one of each, and I put one of each on hold. Dude, the shipping on those were crazy. Habana House, Jim was saying it was like almost $400, $360 to ship. I think they got 5 boxes or something like that.
Wait,
shipping is crazy, man.
Is the shipping the weight why it's $60 a cigar? Or is it that way before you have to deal with shipping?
No. That's what made the cigar $65 was the shipping. They put $5 each on each cigar.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so 60, yeah. But you know, California would be $90, $80, whatever it is.
Yeah, pass.
Brandon, have you smoked them yet?
I had one puff of the one that Cat made for My Father, the lighter one. Actually, I had like 3 puffs off of one that somebody was smoking.
Who did you puff on?
My buddy Austin. He bought a whole box, and then he bought a single of that one. But he doesn't smoke cigars. He just like likes to have them collected in sealed boxes for like some stupid reason.
I used to be like that.
But
Not anymore, not in this economy.
he lit it up. He was smoking it. According to everyone on the internet, that's the better one.
The one that Pete did.
Yeah, but I didn't find a lot to be enthused about personally.
So let me get this straight. So Jaime and Pepin did one for Pete, and then Pete did one for them.
Yes.
Right. So and then there's another release where they do it for each other again.
Yeah, that the black box I think is the one that's been released, and then the red box is supposed to come in like 5 or 6 months, something like that.
Okay. How was the PCA? I like that it's a round one.
Have you smoked it yet?
No, but I think we got a Banner House does have them, so I will be securing a box. It's gonna be expensive month cigars, man.
Yeah.
Because I want to buy a box of Once and a box of Wise Man Madura. I want to buy a box of each, you know. And what I'm really happy about was thinking about it like that. Nick gave me the box of the original run in 2015. That he gave me that box and signed it and everything. Like, and he knew that he was switching factories and shit. So that was cool that he gifted me that. So that means a lot. Yeah. I haven't smoked one yet. I almost did, but no, I'm never gonna smoke one. Oh, but dude, that was huge news, man. And not only like is it huge that he's switching to Pepin because they don't make I mean, they do like a couple things for crown heads, and then they do, you know, La Roma and San Cristobal. I like to say Cristobal. I don't like saying Crystal Ball. San Cristobal, and then you know, they did some stuff for Nestor, Miranda, and Espinosa back in the day. But this is I think it's gonna be huge. I'm really interested to see like a tobacco guy blend a cigar with Pepin's tobacco. That's what I'm really excited about. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Which one are you more excited about, the Corojo or the San Andreas?
The Corojo, because honestly,
yeah,
I'm not a big fan of San Andreas that comes out of Pepin's factory. I don't know why, but
didn't you pick
like
the Tusla?
The only one that really did
cigar of the year, number 10.
Huh?
The Tusla, that's
no. Well, it was the Fort Tender one, yeah. That was I was gonna say that's the only one I really liked. That and the Kruger was good. The face is good, you know, but I'm just saying there's not a ton, you know. So I'm really curious, but I'm excited for that. Nate says he likes the Corojo a lot. So I'm really excited to try both of them. But not only is it new blends, new factory, and all that jazz, but the bands are a lot different. I miss the old bands. The old bands are pretty legit. It's more like Menelik looking now. But I'm not completely surprised because it seems like they've been really moving away from Aganorsa. I feel like I wonder like how much of it was Terrence is fucking killing it with Aganorsa, and then maybe there's just not enough, you know, maybe I don't know. It's I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the problem is, but I know like I got these when Nick did the Wise Man L1 for JR Cigar for their 50th. That cigar was honestly probably one of the worst boxes of cigar that I ever bought in my life. And I told them that. I told them I couldn't keep those cigars lit to save my life. And I was smoking inside my car. And I let them rest for 6 months. I still couldn't keep it lit. And it was not he switched the binders on it, I think, too, but it just that those cigars weren't the same when they first came out. They were different. So but like everything's been AJ. So I'm not surprised by it. Like even the Menelik's, man. One of the top 5 best cigars I've ever smoked my whole entire life was that Menelik unbanded 5-pack, event only pack, that came out. And I talked to Nick, and Nick's like, yeah, those were so good because they had a year of age on them. So I've sat a box of Menelik for 1 year, and it never got to where, didn't even get close to where that event only pack went. So I don't know. And I haven't really smoked a ton of Aganorsa, because of, so I've had performance issues since COVID. And I hate to say that, but it's just, that's just what it, I mean, I think you ask a lot of people, so I don't know.
Hey,
So, and it's weird
okay.
too, like Rainier opened up his own factory.
Tyler, your performance issues ended at the hospital. You're good.
Mhm.
No, I was gonna ask you, when you said you told them that the JR 50th exclusive, you couldn't stay lit, couldn't keep lit. Who'd you tell?
I might have told both of them.
Okay,
I know for
because
sure I told Nate.
I don't think, I mean, I'm not even working at the shop right now, but I can't think of a time when I've had a bad experience. Because I would have to have multiple bad experiences before I think I would want to reach out to somebody, let them know. But I've never done that. Um,
Oh, well, I mean, they're friends of mine, so it's different. Like I wouldn't like, yeah, if it
right.
happens, I just,
That's what I'm
whatever, I
saying. You're not
toss it. But
complaining. You're saying, hey, maybe look into this. There's something up.
yeah, I wasn't, yeah, it was weird. And this was 2021 when that came out. So it was still early COVID kind of stuff. So it was before like, so, but I actually just smoked the Wise Man Maduro 2 weeks ago at the shop, and it was fucking amazing. But I don't know what age, what,
I got a
but
question actually, thinking about that.
oh
Uh, so the Wise Man Maduro, I feel like that's the cigar that Joe Rogan really likes, right?
Well, he has his own cigar
yeah.
made for him.
And so I would imagine that that JRE cigar was made in the spirit of the Wise Man Maduro, if that's the one he likes. Is that not right?
I
Well, it was
Or
made by AJ.
okay, so AJ's making that. That's what I was wondering, is if that's still going to be made if he's leaving Egg and Orson, if it was made there.
No, I think the JRE is close to the like Tabernacle, kind of like or maybe I'm
Mm-hmm.
mixing up because I
wasn't.
know the Owl Shop is based on Tabernacle.
I thought Nick
That cigar.
said his original blend for the Tabernacle became the JRE because he couldn't mass produce it for some
Yeah.
reason.
Okay.
Oh, I have some of those. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, you have
Yeah.
some of
That
those,
that that sounds
not
right.
just the
You have a
one.
better member. Yeah, he's no, I have two Joe Rogans, and I have first run Tabernacles too. And first run Tabernacles H99 or whatever.
What's the story on that
Wow.
Paul Bunyan one?
But I gave you one of those, right, Brandon?
Yeah, yeah. But I
It was
forgot what
for
that was.
it was for a record executive, Eminem or something like. It's like a record in the guy in the music industry, I believe.
Eminem's producer.
I thought so. Yeah, it was had to do with something with some guy. I think in Michigan, and he's in the music industry. But that's a dope. He should make that. That's a dope looking band. But I don't know where it doesn't fit into the whole. He's really going. Um, you know, so. But that Owl Shop cigar is really fucking good. It's a really fatty. It's like a 56 ring gauge. It's really good though. A little pigtail. I like it a lot. On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you guys about the new Saka Lancero sampler pack?
Boo.
Damn.
Lanceros suck.
So
Dude, go on.
I wasn't interested in it until I read the copy that he put on the inside of the box today. And I'm like, that's just good salesmanship. Now I have to buy one. I already knew that I was going to buy one for Kelly because she just worships Steve. But
Yeah.
I kind of want one now too, just because when you're very honest at the end of it, we're like, this is just a money grab, and this Candela that's in here is a terrible cigar, but you geeks want it, so here it is. I think that's hilarious. So I respect it.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, I wonder how much it's gonna cost, because if they're
Yeah, it
all
was
part,
160 or like 159.50, I think, is what they announced today.
that's the not cost, that's MSRP.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm on board for that.
yeah.
The I had a debate, man, and they told me I'm not a real smoker. I was at Metro Cigars in Brookfield. Yeah, and one of the guys there, he's the manager there, and then the rep for Crux. I told him I don't like Lanceros. I'm like, I'd rather smoke a Gordo than a Lancero. And they're like, oh, you don't know how to smoke. Lanceros are the best. And they started giving me all the stuff that they hear people regurgitate. Only the best rollers do it. It's the best expression of the tobacco because you're getting all the wrapper. I'm like, guys, it's just the three of us here. You can say it. Well, Lanceros is not it's not a great experience of smoking it. You got to smoke it really slow. Half the time they don't fucking stay lit, and half the time the draw is bad. Dude, man, I want to tell the guys, I'm like, dude, we've been smoking a long time. We're past the whole trying to impress people by saying we smoke Lanceros. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's like fly fishing.
All that being said,
yeah, well, yeah.
this Patina Lancero is actually really fucking good. So,
yeah, I haven't tried. I don't know if I tried that one in Nicaragua or not, but fuck, I love the packaging of it. I love that. 'Cause I always wondered what Mo was gonna do. Because you have like the Patina, Maduro, Sumatra, Connecticut, Habano. You have like that line. I was always curious to see like what can you do like outside of that. And I mean it's weird too. Like it's like it's another. What is that wrapper? Is that Sumatra or Habano? Habano?
Habano Oscuro.
It's supposed to be Nicaraguan,
Right.
Okay.
on the
Well,
Oro
Oscuro
Nicaragua.
yeah, Oscuro is the color of the wrapper. It's not a tobacco down.
I said Habano Oscuro.
Okay,
I was
though.
being very
All right,
specific.
I wasn't sure. Okay, so yeah, it's Habano. So like,
Check up, playa.
I was gonna say about Habano.
Habano.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Like it's like I don't know. Never mind. It was. I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, dude, I can't wait to try the other sizes. I'll probably smoke a Lancero, but I love the presentation of it. Yeah, I like it a lot. And I was talking to Mo about it, and he didn't have a ton of samples, so hopefully I can get one from him, or I can go on small batch, but yeah. Speaking of the trade show, man, that's coming up pretty quick.
Yeah, are you excited?
Yeah, I mean, is it next week already?
Yeah, like the 22nd to the 25th. Yeah, we got like a week and a half.
Las Vegas trade show.
Yeah,
Probably
last one in
last.
Vegas. Yeah, I'm fucking stoked, man. But it's weird because like I head off to the Milwaukee, and then I'm in San Antonio for a funeral, and then fucking Vegas, and then I wanted to go back to Milwaukee in April because I really want to sell that house and move my mom down to Texas. So I got a lot of work to do with the house. I threw away like 20 bags of garbage. Well, not garbage, but like junk, like clutter, you know. Well, like I had all my cigar shit, like cigar boxes, cigar, all this stuff, and I'm like, I can't keep this. This is stupid. So, um, yeah, I'm curious about the trade show. I'm really curious to see how much new stuff comes out and when the stuff is shipping. Um, and yeah, it's gonna be an interesting show.
I was trying
What's
to
interesting
find.
right now is it seems like everybody has started running their trade show deals like this week and try to get people to spend money ahead of the show. And
Yeah.
it's like, what are y'all worried about? Because it almost feels like the vibe from the manufacturers is that they like don't feel like it's going to be a good show. And I am interested
Well,
with like Drew Estate and Altadis in general all being back. I guess Davidoff's the only one that's not going to be back. If that like takes away from some of the like energy and money that was being spent with like the smaller companies. Um, I don't know.
yeah.
We'll see.
Um, yeah, it's interesting, and I mean that's one of the reasons why Mo releases his cigar right before the trade show. You know, because he said it on podcasts. I've heard him say, it's like, he's a day 3 or 4 cigar brand people go to. Day one, it's Tatuaje. My father, True
Fuente.
Estate. Get all the Fuente, yeah, Padron. So he rather just get the business out and then meet with potential new clients um but what I've been hearing too is well, not me, but Hoop had mentioned on one of his podcasts that like when he was in the DR, everybody was talking about, all the manufacturers were talking about how loaded the shops are with cigars. Yeah, I mean there's still a crazy level of inventory at shops, and like, man, Habana House has so many cigars, so many cigars. Um,
The other thing
yeah,
about like
and
the new releases this year is you kind of have a shortened release cycle because of
yeah,
the trade show date switch. And a lot of the stuff from PCA last year that got announced didn't ship till end of year last year, or some of it even like last month. But that thing's at. And so it's like, have they had time to like fully bake something new, or is it like threw a band on it to figure out the blend later and just hope to have it out by the end of the year? I don't know.
yeah. I've been hearing a lot of band problems, not a lot of. I think they're not having problems making the cigars now. It's like it's still the
Mm-hmm.
bands and packaging. So like, I know Pete was saying on Coop that he's gonna have stuff without bands on it, probably at the trade show, which uh, band adds at least 15% of flavor to the cigar. So
It's true.
um, yeah. Yeah, well, I'm curious to see the vibe. I hope it's a big show. Um, yeah,
I saw a foundation post at their
I'm
booth
really hungry.
7008, and I went to look up who booth number 6969 was, but I couldn't find it. I don't think the information's on PCA.com yet. Hoping it's Fratello. Fratello.
Patel's coming out with the Pocahontas.
And another Connecticut.
It's a game
Harlequin.
changer.
Oh, the
So
Harley
they have
Quinn Connecticut,
2 Connecticut's now.
and well, 3 if you count the bundle one.
And they were called out by that Swedish pretentious group that said, "You're doing illegal things. Stop selling to Sweden."
What do you mean he's doing illegal things? I didn't see that.
Yeah, that was posted a while back.
Oh, yeah.
It was a Swedish group, and they were contacting all these companies and saying like cease and desist, because
Oh,
you can't, like, the advertisement is different in Sweden with tobacco laws and whatnot. So they're saying you're
mhm.
breaking the law, stop it. And Fratello was one of the few called out.
I remember during COVID, Omar wanted us to do an event with him where we stream him onto an iPad, and then we give the iPad to every customer, and he talks to them about the cigars. We passed on that event.
That would have made you a lot of money. You probably should have done that one.
Yeah, actually, I was fired from Lake Country, and that's why I moved down to Austin, because I did not do the viral. Like, he said that he's going to send like an astronaut suit, and then in the helmet would be the iPad.
Oh, that's cool.
So you still get a sense of how tall he is.
No, actually, no. Yeah, that would be a good idea. That's $1 million idea, Omar.
Yeah.
Speaking of Sweden, Andre finally got some Romacraft cigars. He never had them before, I don't think. So that's cool.
He told me he had one at Inner Tobacco, one of the intemperance that Jamie gave him. But yeah, it was funny. He was I was saying on Instagram that the Intemperance BA is the best Brazilian Alparaca cigar in the market. And he said, no, it's not. And I'm like, okay, well, name me one. He couldn't. It took him a while. Like, he named one. I'm like, that's Montefina. I'm like, that's not Alparaca. And then I love you, Andre, by the way. And then he's like, oh, the CAO MX2 plus. I'm like, I'm taking the Intemperance BA over anything CAO right now.
All right, one more question.
Are you okay? Are you guys? All right, go on. Yeah.
All right, how do you feel? I'm gonna be vague about this, I guess. But if a shop owner travels to another city in a different state, and they enforce a shop rule that they have on him, or on them, that they apply to everybody, say that they kick everybody out at 7 unless you're a member, and they close at 8 or something like that. Is it worse to like have that done to you, or to try to publicly drag that other business on social media for enforcing a rule that they have universally and not knowing how important you are in the industry?
Here's the thing. The post was deleted, so I didn't really get to. I don't know. Well, here's the thing. I wish I could read the comments so I could form an opinion based on what people are saying and give me like I could think about it. Don, what do you think? I'll let you go first.
I read the comments before it disappeared, and there was one that said, "Let the social media do the speaking for you," or something like that. So it was very positive, like get the word out there.
Yeah,
make a movement.
It was just kind of funny to me because the one that he was saying was the better retailer that he would prefer closed at 6, and so that's why he ended up at this place. And it's like, well, they closed at 6. That's not very convenient. I don't know. Like, I would just expect that if I knew our shop owner was going to another city and needed to find a place to have a cigar, that I would call the staff and say, hey, the owner of us is coming there. How late are y'all open? And can you make sure that he's taken care of? Right? Like, I would give them a heads up and a warning, and then that would be fine. Or like that owner could reach out to the other owner and be like, hey, I'm coming here. Can you let your guys know that I'm coming?
Yeah.
I know y'all have this rule, but if you could make an exception for me, my family just dropped me off, whatever. That's different than like just publicly dragging them for a rule that they have, which honestly, that's not a bad rule, because people shouldn't light up a cigar expecting to be able to smoke it for 2 hours if you've only got 30 minutes left. Like, we don't have that rule ourselves, but we let people know, like, hey, we're closing in an hour. Make sure you grab something you can finish.
Yeah, like we'll still sell you the cigar, but it's it's like I know I see a lot of shops that like we're closing for a private event, but you can grab and go still open.
Yeah.
I mean it's I mean, like if I own a shop, a very successful shop, and they say you got to be a member, and I'm in Oklahoma or wherever I'm in this state where the shop is, I'm gonna buy. How much is your membership? $200. I'll buy the membership. Let me in.
Yeah.
Whoa.
No, if I'm a cigar shop owner, Don,
Okay. Got the money. Got the
right?
bankroll. I mean, if you're a cigar shop owner, just I guess it depends on the rules of the county if you can just go smoking for a walk.
Yeah.
Just paying 200
I mean,
bucks
that
just to get one cigar in. No,
that
Brandon,
that being said, this particular retailer has a 24-hour lounge and honestly gives exceptional customer service. And if you go down there and mention that like you work for this person or whatever, he'll bring you into the private lounge and treat you like a king. Like he gives great service to people. So like I get that maybe they weren't giving him the level of service that he would give somebody else from out of town. And so that was like not a
But did
great
they not know who he
experience.
was?
But that's what I'm saying. Like how would some guy making $15 an hour or whatever, working behind the counter, know who the hell he was? Like, I don't know.
That's the dude. That's the yeah. I've been thinking about a lot of stuff about like these cigar shop thing, like cigar shops, and it's like I'm thinking, I'm like, man, the amount of it was funny because I was talking to Jim. I'm like, well, what's the starting pay? And then he told me, and he's like, so this might be your first and your last shift. I'm like, because he told me a range of where it was going to be, and then I'm like, wow, I like the high end of it. I thought was going to be the minimum, but whatever. But my thing is like, there are so many ways you can fuck up a humidor, or where you can lose money.
Yeah.
And that was being told. Jim was telling me that like one guy rang up a DuPont that was $1,800. He rang it up for $250.
Oh.
Or like another time another guy sold another DuPont lighter, and he looked it up online and it was a different one, but he's like, oh, that's the price, and sold it too for $500-$700 loss or whatever. Same thing with like box counts. Like somebody could come out with a box of drones and you could accidentally ring it up as something else or get the box count wrong. I was at Yuli's, one of the oldest cigar shops in the whole fucking United States, and I was going through their empty boxes because I found a really cool Fuente one, and it was like it was the Fuente the Man or something. And I lift the tray up, and there's 10 cigars underneath it. Those cigars were $30 a pop. They had them in the free box section. 10 cigars underneath the lid. Underneath there's like a little thing you lift up. I'm like, dude, that's $300. I mean, that's like there's a lot of mistake, like cigar shop workers should be making a lot more than they should. And that's why I think the level of service has been down too, because like a lot of the hobbyist guys, like who love cigars, they love it, but you can't love it when you're making. It's hard to love it when you're making $12 an hour, and then not only that, it's one of those rare instances where it's like working at a Porsche dealership, and they pay you $15 an hour, and you're driving, a Kia. Same thing with cigars. So it's like if I'm a cigar rep, hey, take care of the boys behind the counter because they're making $12 an hour, and all these new cigars are $15 plus. So it's like, what do you think, Tom? Am I wrong?
I gotta dip soon, but I
got to dip too.
I agree, but I think that's where your brokers and whatever, they take care of the employees because they have the ability to like, here is a sample. I mean, people working in a cigar lounge aren't working to pay for a full family usually, right?
No, but
You're making a minimum wage.
that's why you go to a lot of
cigars.
shops. Well, not necessarily. Like I went to Cigar International in San Antonio, and I asked him a question about Roma Craft. He's like, "I've never heard of that brand." I'm like, "You have a whole section of them right here." Like,
okay, yeah, that doesn't make sense to me.
Well, just Cigar International.
Yeah, the owner of the cigar lounge that I visited in Hawaii had never heard of Roma Craft. Also, what I want to say, to Brandon's point, you already said it, but there's people that come in all the time, like 10 minutes before closing. And I'll say, if you guys want to grab it to go, that's fine. But just let you know, we close in like 10 minutes. And they'll say, oh, no, I can smoke this in 10 minutes. And it'll be like a Toro.
Oh.
It's just like, what are you doing? Come on. So that always
I
sucks.
get a lot of,
Can't
real
make everyone
quick, I get
happy.
a lot of, I get a lot of, what time you closing tonight? And I'm like, 8:30. They're like, oh, closing early tonight? I'm like, no, that's the posted hours. Like, I have to go to work tomorrow. I got to be up at 5 a.m. Like, I'm not staying, like, and then like I had all the guys were surprised when I had them all out by 8:45 or whatever. I'm like, yeah, but we closed at 8:30. I gave them extra 15 minutes. They're like, I've never seen them all leave like that. I'm like, well, I'm not like we're closed. What do you want? Like, what do you want to do? And they're always trying to bribe me to stay open.
Yeah.
All
All right.
But
we got a
guys, I
podcast
gotta
soon.
go.
It's great.
Yeah. Thanks, Brandon, for
Oh.
short notice. Oh, go on.
Oh,
Real quick.
Dom, how's that baby before we go?
Baby's great.
Hell yeah.
Schedule though, I don't know how you're working your schedule, but it was on a weekend and I had planned to light up at 3 and I didn't get to smoke until 8 because there's one thing after another and he wouldn't sleep and then he had to be fed but he's doing great, getting more sleep at night, getting fat little
Nice.
cheeks. How's your baby?
He's very fat.
Nice.
Yeah. He's took him to the pediatrician. He's in the 100th percentile for head size.
Whoa.
So he's got a big head. It's like literally off the charts that they think.
Dude, put a cowboy hat on that baby.
And he's wearing 6-month-old clothes at 2 months old today. So
damn.
Wow. Ahead of his class.
So big,
solid.
Big fat boy.
Do you think his head will be bigger or smaller than Tyler's head?
Oh, I just hope it's juicy like Tyler's.
Okay.
I guess it's already pretty juicy. He slobbers a lot.
Yeah.
Me or the baby?
Flip a coin.
Good point. Over my 6x60s.
All right. Good talking, guys. Rock and roll.
Love you guys.
Keep those cigars on ice. Yeah!